Morgan Freeman has such a link with Kevin Spacey, the characters, in this movie. John Doe is such a blank slate. Who knows what he's really thinking? He's not going to tell him what he's really thinking. He's too smart for that. He also knows he's going within hours to his demise. But Morgan Freeman's character is the one we get to know the best. And in the deleted scenes, we find out even more about this. He's going to go off to some house in the country. Freeman is the one who is such a cynic. And you've got that great contrast between our lead characters. Black versus white. Young versus old. Calm versus passionate. Cynic versus idealist. And William Somerset, they have more in common than Somerset does with Mills.
Oh, yeah. And it seems like there's plenty of details that are put there to intentionally draw that to our attention. Not the first time we meet John Doe, but the second time we meet him when he's in the hallway of their apartment and they have that great chase scene. Mm-hmm. He's dressed almost exactly like Somerset is dressed. He has a trench coat. He has a hat on. Like, it's a very old-fashioned film noir detective look. Yeah. But they are dressed alike. Somerset's lifestyle, his apartment, which they take pains to show you how he lives. He's very Spartan. He has this clean and, while it's dilapidated and it's old, he has this really neat and tidy apartment. He sleeps in a twin-size bed. What adult sleeps in a twin-size bed? There's something about that detail I find it's intentional and it's interesting. It's this commitment to bachelorhood. It's this commitment to being alone. But you see also a twin-size cot in John Doe's apartment
with
that
huge
as well.
religious cross behind it.
Yeah, we don't have that in Somerset's details, but it's just one of those things that stands out. They make a point of showing it to you.
Somerset feels the same things that Doe does in many, many ways. Yes. The difference is how he handles it, because he doesn't deliberately murder anybody, and certainly not this sadistically. And also his idea is to just run away. And in that, well, not the last scene they have together before we meet Doe, but one of the last scenes at least, at the bar with Mills and Somerset, where it's, you want me to say all these things and things are fucked up and we should just give up and go live in a fucking log cabin, as Mills says. And I won't do that. I will not. I can't. Of course, that's because he has a wife and maybe kids down the road. Of course, that's another twist in this movie, too. But Somerset's ready to chuck it all. There's not that much apart from somebody who says, fuck the world and I'm going to make people pay for it and turn the sins against the sinner, from somebody who says, fuck it all, I'm going to walk away. It's how you handle it.
They both have this pretty bleak view of the world, but they both believe they can change it. Somerset, I think he wishes he could be 100% cynical, because then he could free himself of this desire to solve the crimes, to be the good detective. But there's this thing that just draws him back in. It's not a very subtle detail. You have the captain who tells him how much he's going to hate retirement. He's going to miss fighting the good fight. And while John Doe's version of fighting the good fight is certainly twisted, he still believes that this is something that he can have an effect on, that he can personally improve.